Welcome to Binge-Worthy Network. It takes years of unwavering passion, determination, and even waiting on tables to get an acting break in Hollywood films. Once busy stardom sets in, it's not always possible to take every film offer that comes on an actor's way. Doesn't matter how cutthroat the industry is. Scheduling conflicts, creative differences, or financial disagreements could result in big stars turning down roles from films that go on to become blockbusters. Some actors always stand by their choice, like John Travolta, who turned down Forrest Gump for Pulp Fiction. But some do kick themselves to turn down iconic roles for asinine reasons. In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 actors who turned down iconic roles for stupid reasons. At number 10, we have Meg Ryan. There aren't many famous roles that could have been better or even as good when imagined with an alternative actor. Vivian of Pretty Woman is one of them. Before Julia Roberts infused life into the character, into the role, it was turned down by the gorgeous Meg Ryan because she thought it was dark, which in the beginning it was initially. Had she shown some conviction, she would have been a part of a global winning role of the lovable prostitute in one of the most celebrated rom-coms. She did win the prestigious award later for Sleepless in Seattle, but Pretty Woman could have been the bigger feather in her cap. Number 9, we have Russell Crowe turning down the part of Wolverine. Russell Crowe was director Bryan Singer's first choice for the franchise that's shown for almost 2 decades. Maximus thought that the Wolverine role was too similar to his Oscar-winning performance in Gladiator. And I quote, "If you remember, Maximus had a wolf at the center of the breastplate of his armor and had as a wolf as a companion at the beginning of the film, which I thought was going to be a bigger deal at the time. So I said no because I didn't want to be a wolfy general and then the wolfy other bloke. Like, now I'm like Mr. Wolfman. I could only do movies that were something to do with wolves." He couldn't have been further from reality. His fear of being typecasted got the better of his analysis of the character, costing him millions on a paycheck scale. At number 8, we have Hugh Jackman turning down the role of James Bond. We saw how Russell Crowe had turned down Wolverine, but the Wolverine actor wasn't immune to follies either. In his turn for stupid refusals, Hugh Jackman turned down the role of the iconic James Bond role after Pierce Brosnan's contract in the legendary franchise was over. Speaking to the British Press Association in 2011, Jackman said, "I was about to shoot X-Men 2 and Wolverine. They had become the biggest things in my life. I didn't want to be doing 2 such iconic characters at once." Daniel Craig grabbed the opportunity of playing Bond in the box office phenom Casino Royale. Jackman, in a 2013 interview, quoted, "Of course I cried myself to sleep every night." And number 7, Ralph Macchio turning down the role of Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Not concentrating enough on the scripting, Ralph Macchio missed out on a lifetime opportunity. The iconic role of Marty McFly, which Michael J. Fox made his own in the all-time hit Back to the Future, was offered to Ralph as a replacement for Fox, who was struggling with a conflicting schedule. Macchio turned down the part after reading probably just a few pages of the script, believing it to be nothing more than about a kid, a car, and plutonium. After seeing the career graph of both actors since the film's release, you couldn't think of more of a stupid refusal. Number 6, Olivia Munn turning down Vanessa in Deadpool. The date night star was wary about being typecasted as the eye candy in Marvel X-Men series and hence declined the significant role of the character Vanessa in Deadpool. After Marina Baccarin became synonymous with Vanessa, Munn revealed that she turned down the role because she didn't want to play the girlfriend character again and was disappointed that Vanessa didn't get physical in the film. She instead accepted the role in another X-Men movie that didn't even come close to the Vanessa character, lasting popularity. And number 5, Tom Cruise refusing to play the role of Andy Dufresne in the cult classic The Shawshank Redemption. The Top Gun star and Hollywood heartthrob at the time played it safe in real life as opposed to his Maverick character. Cruise thought that his reputation might not be secure in the hands of a first-time director in Frank DeBont in Shawshank Redemption. His refusal to take a chance didn't stop the film from being nominated for 7 Oscars. Cruise learned his lesson, and when he did take the chance on a new filmmaker in The Mummy Returns, the outcome was far from stellar. And this is what we call the double burn. At number 4, Sean Connery passes up on the role in The Matrix and The Lord of the Rings. He may have played the alpha male secret agent with a razor-sharp wit on screen, but Mr. 007 couldn't comprehend 2 major roles from their scripts: the role of Morpheus in the iconic film The Matrix and the pivotal role of Gandalf in the mega hit Lord of the Rings was passed on by Sean Connery for the absurd reason of not understanding the scripts. In the process, Mr. Bond lost an opportunity to add $400 million to his wealth, and not to mention a booster shot in the twilight of his dwindling career. Number 3, we have Emily Browning was too tired for Twilight. Taking role rejection to another level, Emily Browning refused to even audition for the lead role of Bella in the hugely popular adult book film series Twilight. Acting is an exhaustive job, and fatigue is the last reason an actor can cite to refuse a big role, but being tired was the reason that Emily's refusal to go for the audition after she had just finished a horror film. The role was eventually bagged by Kristen Stewart, who made it her vehicle to international stardom. In an interview, Emily said she didn't regret not being on the franchise that grossed $3.3 billion worldwide. The audience didn't either. And next, number 2, we have Dana Delany. She refused the part of Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City. Think of Carrie Bradshaw in the super HBO rom-com, and you couldn't envision anyone other than Sarah Jessica Parker. But China Beach, Fame, the Emmy Award-winning Dana Delany was also a contender for the lead role in Sex and the City. And what was bothering her about the role the most was the S word. In 2011 interview, Delany said, "I didn't want to be in a show about sex." The part went to Sarah Jessica Parker and made her into a worldwide star, but I got no regrets. Sarah Jessica Parker couldn't thank the star enough for Diana's conservative outlook. She made a career with that series. And number 1, Will Smith turning down the role of Django. The D silent, remember that. This 2012 Western from Quentin Tarantino got an Academy Award, and the protagonist, played by Jamie Foxx, was shown with amazing accolades. But Tarantino's first choice for the role was the Men in Black star Will Smith. The picky actor, however, couldn't envision the role like Tarantino did. He thought the role of Django was more of a supporting role, not a true lead, and he prefers to play the lead. Years later, he said in an interview, "Django wasn't the lead, so I was like, I need to be the lead. The other character was the lead, and I was like, no, Quentin, please, I need to kill the bad guy. I thought it was brilliant, just not for me." And what did he choose over it? Working with his son Jaden in M. Night Shyamalan's cringeworthy After Earth. He did win 2 awards though, the Razzies, for the worst supporting actor and worst screen combo. Fans are glad he finally repented by calling After Earth as the most painful failure of his career. Well, that's it for this video. Please make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the latest updates. Take care.